I've been in Menarini for the past 7 years, but my pharmaceutical career spans to more than 3 decades. I started out when I was barely 20 years old, and now you can guess my age already, huh? Anyone who hears this story will find it hard to believe this happened because it's actually a very life-changing moment for me. It happened when I was barely 2 months as a sales rep. I was assigned southernmost part of the province of Mindanao, which is a part of the Philippine Islands down south. And that particular island is well known in the late 80s where there's some security risk. But our job tells us to see doctors regardless where they are located. And it just so happened that when I visited the doctor, who at the same time was the mayor of a small province, a group of rebels composing of around 500 raided that small town. The leader of that group told me if they can utilize my service vehicle as a getaway car. And what was most frightening was that everyone was firing their firearms, their armalites, their rifles in the air. So you can hear all these gunshots. So we were traveling through dry riverbeds and looking back as if it was a scene from an action movie. My vehicle was actually jumping up and down because of the rough roads. It's a terrain not fit for vehicles. And then they actually went on foot, the group, together with their goods that they got from the town. And fortunately, maybe they think they have no use for me, they already released me. And that for me was a more or less actually a life-changing moment. And my fear was that if anything happens to me, no one will know. So how can I get this message to my mother was my first concern. What we have done well over the years is that we're able to grow the business significantly higher than how other companies were able to achieve it. And that this can be attributed to the strength of our field force. I believe that we have a very strong working culture. And that is because of a very unique field force management philosophy, which we always measure ourselves based on how we improve ourselves based from previous output. COVID has affected us a lot in the way we operate. And now we're dealing with the new normal in managing healthcare. We'll operate in a situation which is very much different pre-COVID era. Right now, we see a lot of limitation when it comes to face-to-face with our doctors. However, thanks to technology, the way we communicate will always continue because we must learn to maximize the different platforms. Well, for me, I have a very simple answer, just ABC. Appearance, behavior, and communication. And these basic traits actually are related to one very important overall personality of the salesperson, and that is being very professional when you're in front of the customer. And these traits can always be trained. Okay? We have, in fact, some developmental programs, some training modules related in terms of developing the ABCs, appearance, behavior, and communication. We do not expect them to be automatically professional because you have to consider as well that when they apply to the job, probably they are not yet exposed to a corporate atmosphere. But what we're looking for is the learning agility and the potential to display all these traits. There always be challenges in life, but what is important is how you deal with challenges. There's no such thing as a perfect world. I do have my share of challenging situations. There was also a time that I didn't hit my sales budget. There were occasions where doctors get mad at me and will not prescribe my product. I'm not really a perfect salesperson, but what is important is that I do not get discouraged with all these challenges. And this serves as an inspiration for me to further develop myself on how I can overcome these challenges. And I want to impart this inspiration to all field force that no matter what challenges that you face, don't give up. These are all temporary and everything is within your control. You are the only answer on how to overcome these challenges, and always think that there's always better future ahead of you as long as you learn from these experiences.